people because they can make decisions every second in stocks, whereas they can't with farms. They think an investment in stocks is different than an investment in a business.
This advice is so simple and takes less than 5 minutes, yet few people, including myself, does it. Why do we as investors fail to put this simple plan into action? This is clearly great advice from Warren.
If you're buying a business, and that's what stocks are, businesses. In fact, people will be better off if they say, I bought a business today, not a stock today, because that gives you a different perspective on it. Then you don't buy or sell your business based on today's headlines. And if it gives you a chance to buy something that you like and you can buy it even cheaper, then you're good luck, basically. I don't think anybody knows what the market's going to do. I think you do know whether you're making an intelligent purchase at a given price. Everybody, when they buy a stock, you should be able to take a yellow pad like you have there, and on one page, you should say, I am buying a company for $42 billion because. People, because they can make decisions every second in stocks, whereas they can't with farms. They think an investment in stocks is different than an investment in a business or an investment in a farm or investment in an apartment house, but it isn't. If you get your money's worth in terms of future earning power over the next 10 or 20 or 30 years, you're going to have made a good investment, and you can't pick them from day to day. If you can do that, you can, well, I haven't met anybody yet that knows how to do it. There's always trouble coming. There was trouble coming in 1942 when I bought that first stock, all kinds of trouble. Philippines were going to fall pretty soon. There was all kinds of trouble in 1949. There was trouble, certainly trouble in 2008 when I wrote an article for the New York Times. I said trouble is coming, but I said buy stock. I would say buy stocks if you get enough for your money.
Listen further on why he said you should be patient.
You don't have to be right about thousands and thousands and thousands of companies. You only have to be right about a company. The most important thing is to be able to define which ones you can come to an intelligent decision on and which ones are beyond your capacity to evaluate. You don't have to be right about thousands and thousands and thousands of companies. Ted Williams wrote a book called The Science of Hitting. And in The Science of Hitting, he's got a diagram, shows him at the plate, and he's got the strike zone divided into 77 squares, each the size of a baseball. And he says, if I only swing at pitches in my sweet zone, which he shows there, and he has what his batting average would be, which is 400. If he had to swing at low outside pitches, but still in the strike zone, his average would be 230. He said the most important thing in hitting is waiting for the right pitch. Now, he was at a disadvantage because if the count was 0-2 or 1-2 or so on, even if that ball was down where he was only going to bat 230, he had to swing at it. In investing, there's no called strikes. People can throw Microsoft at me and, you name it, any stock, General Motors, and I don't have to swing. And nobody's going to call me out on called strikes. I only get a strike called if I swing at a pitch and miss. So I can wait there and look at thousands of companies day after day, and only when I see something I understand and when I like the price at which it's selling, then if I swing, if I hit it, fine. If I miss it, it's a strike. But it's an enormously advantageous game, and it's a terrible mistake to think you have to have an opinion on everything. You only have to have an opinion on a few things. In fact, I've told students, if when they got out of school, they got a punch card with 20 punches on it, and that's all the investment decisions they got to make in their entire life, they would get very rich because they would think very hard about each one. And you don't need 20 right decisions to get very rich. 4 or 5 will probably do it.
I am really going to try harder to take this advice on board. Much appreciated, Warren. Thanks for watching and safe trading.